I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark. So we're going to end that. We're going to end it for boats.
You know, so one of the tells on just how crazy he was looking at the people that had driven hours to be there, put on their Trump hats, and through the whole time they're going like this, looking at each other in the background, going, what's exactly going on here? Turning around, whispering, what's he talking about?
MSNBC's Morning Joe went on an absolute tear over how the media treats President Joe Biden versus former President Donald Trump, with co-host Joe Scarborough flat out accusing right-leaning media outlets of, quote, making it up about Biden. We have more of that clip in a second, and stick around because it's very good. But while I do agree with him, I have to push back a little, Joe. Because if Fox wasn't able to make stuff up, how the hell would they report on the news?
You cannot overstate how much vile demagoguery about migrants constantly appears on Fox News day in, day out.
This is a government jobs program that lets in more migrants.
Not to mention how much we're paying for the migrants' kids to go to school.
But now the migrants are shutting down the hospitals in Denver more than COVID ever did.
We shouldn't be allowing even one migrant into the country.
Isn't this really an attempt, ultimately, to destroy the country internally?
That's exactly what it is.
Good thing for Fox, those migrants don't have lawyers.
It's poisonous stuff, and Fox News executives don't seem to care if what they're saying is true, as quite famously demonstrated when they paid out a 9-figure settlement to Dominion voting machines. And when they defended a now former primetime host from a slander lawsuit by just telling the court his Fox News show did not really do news, so he couldn't be guilty of defamation.
Right, sorry, did I say report the news? I actually meant bullshit. But it makes sense because, as Joe goes on to explain, getting behind anything Donald Trump says requires a pretty significant disconnect from reality.
What's exactly going on here? Turning around, whispering, what's he talking about? Well, he's talking about really what he always talks about. I mean, you know, we have Trump, and he's been doing this, and this is why the Biden campaign has been desperate to get Donald Trump out of a courtroom where he has to be quiet and on the campaign trail where they can actually hear him. Because, you know, Trump spews an hour of bizarre non sequiturs, and he's been doing it for the past year or two. About sharks, electric boats, Hannibal Lecter.
Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner as this poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner, but Hannibal Lecter. Congratulations, the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
And what a great guy he is about executing the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Not paying the teleprompter company.
Not paying the teleprompter company. Mosquitoes, World War II, the gathering storm of World War II that's coming.
You know, when you list it all out like that, it's actually insane how insane this man is. And more on that later, but nobody on the right wants to talk about that. They just kind of grit their teeth and like sit through all his shenanigans. Say, yeah, he said that. But Biden is old. He's 3 years older than Trump, but you know, you can't really explain that to people who can't count. So when that falls short, MAGA has to resort to concocting things out of thin air.
If Joe Biden had given one of those speeches, it would be on the front page of the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal.
Definitely the Wall Street Journal.
The Washington Post, and everybody would be doing exactly what they were saying. But for Biden goes to D-Day. He does a fantastic job, and they actually use cheap fakes. Yeah. Where they're trying to make it look bad. Oh, he's trying to sit down and, oh, my God, they're for a chair that's not there.
Wait, what? Did a new conspiracy theory just drop? Oh, we gotta get in on this.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard that? Even from this over the weekend, did you see Biden couldn't even find the chair? And you say, well, no, actually, if you watch the clip, he was standing for a speech and then he sat in the chair. And they go, they sort of laugh it off as well. Yeah, but still. Yeah. But still. He's old. Here's what they were up to. This is new analysis from the Washington Post showing how a number of Republicans, many of them elected, many in the far-right media as well, using misleading videos, deceptive editing from the events in France last week to commemorate D-Day to go after President Biden. In the first edited video, the RNC, along with its many right-wing influencers amplifying it, posted a 12-second clip showing President Biden standing next to French President Emmanuel Macron, appearing to reach down with his hand, bend his knees, and then freeze. The clip abruptly ends with Biden in an awkward position. Some who posted it suggest the president was sitting in an invisible chair.
Wait. Did he just say that conservatives think that Joe Biden was sitting in an invisible chair? These idiots will believe anything based off just a few cheap camera tricks. Watch. I'm invisible now.
But the full video shows Biden ultimately sat down after the edited clip ends. He paused briefly while he was crouched, waiting for Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's name to be called before sitting, out of respect. The wide shot of the stage shows other people also appearing to do the same. In another edited video, President Biden appears to be pulled away by First Lady Jill Biden as one of the D-Day events still is taking place. The camera then pans over to President Macron as he is greeting veterans. Right-wing accounts claim the president was, quote, pulled away from the event. The full video, though, shows the event had concluded with a service member directing the president and First Lady toward the exit. As the Bidens leave, the president salutes, greets, even stops to chat with a number of veterans before finally leaving. A third edited video circulated by right-wing accounts shows a 6-second clip that appears to show President Biden with his eyes closed, a claim he was sleeping. However, the full video reveals the president momentarily closing his eyes during a translated portion of the speech. He opened his eyes shortly after the edited video ends, unlike former President Trump sleeping during his criminal hush money trial.
Thank you for mentioning that point at the end there, because it is so disingenuous to compare Biden's old age with Trump's obvious signs of dementia, especially when you have to resort to flat out lies and manipulating video to get your non-existent point across. So now to the moment you've all been waiting for, I will allow Joe Scarborough to finish us out with the level of exasperation we are all feeling right now.
Where they're trying to make it look bad. Oh, he's trying to sit down and, oh, my God, they're for a chair that's not there. Everybody on the stage was, because Lloyd Austin wasn't done with his speech yet. There were about 3 or 4 different things where the Republican Party is lying. So they have to make that up, which is a lot like the Wall Street Journal story, where they knew they were lying to their readers. They knew that Kevin McCarthy, what he was telling the Wall Street Journal was a lie. And because Kevin McCarthy had said before what a great negotiator Biden had been in the very meeting where they tried to get Kevin McCarthy to say, oh, well, he was out of it. So with Biden, the Republican Party has to make shit up. And I'm sorry, I can't think of a better way to say that, to try to make Biden look old and demented. Trump, he does it every day. He's out on the campaign trail. And people just laugh. Oh, well, yeah, he's crazy. Well, look at that. Can you believe he's so stupid that he's talking about this and he melts down when his teleprompter goes down? That's funny. And that's the political world we're living in 2024.
Indeed, an unfortunate political reality. But not everyone in the media landscape is falling for the BS. If you're looking for some actual coverage of Trump's cognitive decline, look no further than Really American Media's new hit podcast, Shrinking Trump, where top clinical psychologists break down Trump's mental gaffes week over week and keep tabs on just how not funny crazy this guy is becoming. Thanks for watching, folks. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you all in the next one.